Have you ever pondered how the majestic tiger, an apex predator, goes about the delicate process of reproduction? Well, the enigma of tiger reproduction is as fascinating as it is crucial for the survival of this magnificent species. Tigers, like many other wild animals, have a life cycle that is intricately linked with their environment, and their reproductive process is no different. A tiger's life begins even before birth, when a male and female tiger mate. This typically occurs during the cooler months, when food is plentiful, and the conditions are favorable for raising cubs. The process of mating is a delicate dance, with the female signaling her readiness by leaving scent marks and vocalizing calls that echo through the wilderness. Post-mating, the female tiger will carry her young for approximately 3.5 months before giving birth to a litter of cubs, usually 2 to 4 in number. These cubs are born blind and helpless, completely dependent on their mother for survival. The mother tiger is fiercely protective of her young and will go to great lengths to ensure their safety. As these cubs grow, they learn the ways of the wild from their mother, how to hunt, how to protect themselves, and how to navigate the vast expanses of their territory. By the time they reach 2 years of age, they are ready to venture out on their own, marking the beginning of their adult life and the cycle of reproduction. It's important to note that the reproductive process of tigers is influenced by various factors, including availability of prey, habitat conditions, and threats from other tigers and humans. Each of these elements plays a significant role in determining the success of a tiger's reproductive cycle, and consequently, the survival of the species. This captivating journey from birth to adulthood, from cub to apex predator, is a testament to the resilience and strength of these magnificent creatures. It highlights the importance of conservation efforts to ensure the survival of this species in the wild. So, the survival of the tiger species depends on a complex and fascinating reproductive process. When it comes to tiger reproduction, timing is everything. The mating season of these majestic creatures is not a fixed period, but rather a variable event that's intricately tied to the rhythm of nature itself. It's a symphony, if you will, orchestrated by the ebb and flow of environmental cues. In general, tigers mate year-round, but peak breeding periods are often observed during the cooler months. This is especially true in tropical regions where the climate is predominantly hot. The drop in temperature during cooler months makes it easier for tigers to mate, as the process is physically demanding and can be exhausting in the heat. Food availability also plays a crucial role. A plentiful supply of prey means tigers can afford the energy necessary for mating. This is why in regions where prey is seasonally abundant, such as in the Russian Far East, the mating season tends to coincide with these periods of plenty. Furthermore, the female tiger's reproductive cycle is also influenced by these environmental factors. Female tigers, or tigresses, come into heat several times a year, and it's during these periods that they are receptive to mating. Each heat lasts for about 3 to 6 days, and if a tigress doesn't conceive, she will come into heat again in about 3 to 9 weeks. Interestingly, tigresses also exhibit a phenomenon called estrus advertisement. This is when they mark their territory with a special scent to signal their readiness to mate. Male tigers, attracted by this scent, will seek out the female and court her. All these factors, the temperature, food availability, the female's reproductive cycle, are like pieces of a grand puzzle, fitting together to determine the timing of the tiger's mating season. It's a dance between the tigers and their environment, a delicate balance that ensures the survival of this iconic species. Every aspect of their reproduction, from the timing of the mating season to the rearing of cubs, is a testament to the remarkable adaptability of these magnificent creatures. Thus, the tiger's mating season is a finely tuned response to the environment. Tiger courtship is a dance of power and persuasion. In the world of tigers, the mating game is a fascinating spectacle. It all begins with the male tiger's pursuit of the female. This is no easy chase. The male must prove his worth to the female, showing strength and dominance. He follows her, persistently yet cautiously, often over vast distances. His pursuit is in response to the female's scent markings, which indicate she is in a stage of readiness to mate, known as estrus. The female tiger, in turn, plays a significant role in this courtship dance. She emits specific signals indicating her receptiveness to mate. These signals could range from vocal calls, scent markings, or even certain physical actions. It's a subtle yet intricate language, that only another tiger can understand. Now let's delve into the actual mating process. It's a delicate balance between aggression and submission. The male approaches the female from behind, biting the nape of her neck as a sign of dominance. The female responds to this by assuming a position that signals submission, allowing for successful mating. This ritual may occur several times over the course of a few days, ensuring the highest possible chance of conception. Interestingly, this mating behavior plays an essential role in successful tiger reproduction. The male's pursuit, the female's signals, and the mating process itself all increase the likelihood of producing offspring. It's a sophisticated system, honed over millions of years of evolution, designed to ensure the survival of these magnificent creatures. But the dance doesn't end here. Once mating is complete, the male and female part ways. They return to their solitary lives, leaving the miracle of life to unfold in its own time. The female carries the hope of new life within her, ready to nurture and protect her cubs when the time comes. This intricate dance of courtship is the key to successful tiger reproduction. After the mating dance comes the challenge of raising the next generation. The miracle of life begins with a gestation period of roughly 3.5 months. The expectant tiger mother, in her final weeks, will seek out a quiet, sheltered spot to give birth. This den is carefully chosen to provide safety and seclusion for the vulnerable newborns. In a single litter there can be anywhere from 1 to 7 cubs, though 2 to 4 is most common. These cubs are born blind and helpless, completely dependent on their mother for survival. They are tiny, weighing in at just about 2 pounds each, a stark contrast to the formidable creatures they will grow to be. The role of the mother tiger during this time is pivotal. Unlike many other big cats, tigers are solitary creatures. The burden of rearing the cubs falls solely on the mother. She becomes their protector, their teacher, and their lifeline. For the first 2 months, the cubs will feed solely on their mother's milk, before they are gradually introduced to meat. The early stages of a cub's life are fraught with danger. Predators, disease, and the harsh realities of the wild claim many young lives. The mother tiger employs a variety of survival strategies to protect her cubs. She constantly moves her den to avoid detection and teaches her cubs crucial survival skills like hunting and territory marking. As the cubs grow, their mother's role gradually shifts. From protector, she becomes their trainer, teaching them the art of the hunt. By the time they are around 2 years old, the cubs are ready to venture out on their own, fully equipped with the skills they need to survive in the wild. Raising cubs is a demanding task, but crucial for the survival of the tiger species. This cycle of birth, growth, and survival continues, ensuring the perpetuation of these majestic creatures as they carve out their own paths in the wild, keeping the spirit of the tiger alive. The future of tiger reproduction lies in our hands. Tiger reproduction is a delicate process, fraught with challenges and intricacies. And while nature has its own hurdles, human-induced threats have added a layer of complexity that has left the future of tigers hanging in the balance. Habitat loss, poaching, and climate change have emerged as significant threats to this majestic species, threatening not just their existence, but their ability to reproduce and thrive. Habitat loss is a critical issue. As we continue to encroach upon tiger habitats for urban development and agricultural expansion, we're shrinking their living and hunting grounds. This not only leads to a decrease in the tiger population, but also affects their reproductive success. Tigers need a certain amount of territory to find mates and rear their cubs. Without it, their reproduction is severely hampered. Poaching, driven by the illegal wildlife trade, is another major threat. Tigers are hunted for their skin, bones, and other body parts, leading to a drastic decline in their numbers. This reduction in the population size has direct implications for their reproduction, as fewer tigers mean fewer potential mates. Climate change, too, is a looming threat. Rising temperatures and changing rainfall patterns can disrupt the delicate balance of ecosystems, affecting the availability of prey and altering the conditions necessary for tiger reproduction. But it's not all doom and gloom. Conservation efforts are being made to ensure the survival of tigers. Protected areas are being established to provide tigers with the space they need for successful reproduction. Breeding programs are being implemented to increase their numbers, with careful consideration given to maintaining genetic diversity. Legislation is being enacted to clamp down on poaching and the illegal wildlife trade. So, while the challenges are real and the threats are grave, there is hope. Through concerted and sustained efforts, we can mitigate these threats and ensure the future of tigers. By understanding and protecting the tiger's reproductive process, we can ensure the survival of this magnificent species for generations